What's up, everyone? Thanks for tuning into the second episode of the Lower Than Average podcast. My name is John.
This is Tristan.
And I'm really sticky.
This is Matt.
Hey, this is Seth.
All right, and we talk highlights and lowlights of 2020. No surprise that COVID is mentioned. We talk new DMCA laws, how fucked up they are, and how they can ruin up-and-coming content creators. We talk CD Projekt Red and the flop of 2077 release, what our favorite game is, some surprises in there, and our first segment gone horribly wrong. So tune in and tell us what your favorite part is. All right, guys. Well, fucking 2020 is over. The shittiest year we've probably faced in the longest time. Mine was, for the most part, pretty fucking awful. You know, I missed 2 vacations because of COVID and work. I obviously couldn't hang out with you guys in person, and the only good thing was getting a small sum of cash from the government and them calling it good because, they helped us out just a tiny bit. Not a lot. We're not welfare pigs after all.
How many days has it been since COVID's hit, by the way? I'm going to Google that really
Well, are you going international or
Let's
United
go
States
since
COVID?
the first U.S. lockdowns. How many days?
March 11th.
March
It's March
11th?
Yep, that's when Rudy
But-
Gobert ruined the NBA.
It's 295 days so far is what I'm finding on Google. So we've gotten a whopping $1,800 in 295 days. So.
Dude, I haven't even gotten my $600 yet. Ain't that
I
some
got
shit?
it. It's pretty fat, man. Pretty
It's
nice.
pretty fat.
So for only $6.11 a day, you, somewhere around the world, can sponsor your very own U.S. citizen.
That's
Damn.
cheap.
Yeah.
We're getting down to Africa prices.
Not quite there yet.
Yeah,
but
that's 25 cents a day.
We gotta pay off that Gucci belt we're wearing here in America. I forgot where I heard it from. Somewhere on the internet. Like, America's just a third world country in a Gucci belt. I wouldn't go that far, but I would say we're like the pig in a dress of the world for sure.
Now we are. Maybe not so much before, but now we just look like idiots.
Well, that's the thing, is that I think even before we may have been that, but thanks to the
In hiding.
internet, it's been really peeled back and
I
shown
wouldn't.
everybody.
I would say we're like the pig, and they just put lipstick and eyeliner on it,
Yeah,
and then
that's-
soon enough, it's gonna rain. It's gonna come down, and they're gonna realize we're all just fat and ugly.
I think that's exactly what's already.
I think they
been
already
going
realized
on.
that, let's
Yeah,
be honest.
that's been going on. Yeah. But,
So what about you?
know,
What about you guys? What was a highlight or low light for 2020?
I'd say highlight at first was being like, oh yeah, I can work from home. I don't have to drive to work and get ready every day. That's fun at first, but then after like 9 months of it, you're like, Jesus Christ, what is social interaction anymore? There's just no way to like be normal when you don't see people or talk to people for days at a time, except I guess your roommates, which is probably enough, but some people I know are completely alone. In that case, I probably would have gone insane.
Yep. Yeah, every time I look over or I get home, Tristan's just watching Airsoft Fatty on his second monitor while he's working.
nice.
That's the
Airsoft
slow
Fatty.
spiral.
Beautiful,
Yeah, dude.
man.
I mean,
Dude,
everyone knows
iDubbbz,
Airsoft Fatty's a legend.
That's
Yes.
iDubbbz little documentary on him, brilliant. Loved it.
Yeah,
That was my
it's
introduction to
prime.
iDubbbz, actually.
Wait,
And
really?
Airsoft Fatty. Yeah.
That's late.
Yep.
You're late to the game.
I'm late.
Oh
I'm
my
super
God.
late. And shortly after the whole simp thing happened,
Dude,
where
iDubbbz is an old
pictures of his
old
girlfriend's
YouTube
go-see.
god.
Yeah, I know. I just stayed in my little YouTube bubble and just watched like old school RuneScape streamers, dude. That's
Yeah,
basically it.
I still do that, man. Like half my subs are RuneScape, and I'm not even playing right now.
Dude, I'm just over it. I'm so over RuneScape. I had the perfect chance in 2020, because I wasn't working at a time, and I just didn't bother getting back into it. I tried making a hardcore Iron Man, and that was fun as shit. I still have it. I just need to put a bond on it.
You were telling me you were hyped every time you found a bird's nest.
Yeah, dude, you don't know what it's gonna be. It could like give you a clue scroll that gets you a mithril axe, and dude, that's like better than creaming in your pants on like, I don't know, the fucking Victoria's Secret stage. I don't fucking know. It's great. I loved it.
I mean, for someone like me, I have no idea what fucking RuneScape is. I mean, I've seen
It's
Tristan and
legendary.
Seth play it, but that's about it. And I know it's, you just have that auto thing running where it, like, auto XPs is what I assume when I see you on Discord and it says you're online.
No. I mean, some people run bots and everything, but that's not like, I don't know if they do that. I'm not gonna call them out if they do, but I haven't ran a bot. I used to do like an auto clicker way back in the day, and I did that for Magic to like 75 on one of my old accounts, but that's about the extent of
This
it.
guy isn't a real gamer.
I know. But this account that I have now, my main account, that one's all legit. It's just, I don't know. The game doesn't entice me so much anymore. I need a new game to play, something spicy and fun.
Yeah,
But
RuneScape
needs a
always
grind.
pulls you back. You take multi-year breaks.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But there's just nothing that's interesting right now. And I have shit to do on it, so.
But Brian, what about your 2020 experience? How's
Sorry.
that treating you?
Long ass tangent there. Yeah, my 2020 experience personally, like obviously, let's say as on a broad stroke, it was fucking terrible. We had COVID, we had all of our political turmoil, no matter where you fell on the spectrum, just everything. Here in America, it just a lot of truths were revealed to us, and it's been a lot to take in. My personal life, though, it's been kind of not bad actually. I've been enjoying not having to be so social or anything, not having those obligations. As shitty as it is, I love you guys, but there's something about staying home that just does it for me.
Yeah, I've seen both of you like once a year, and it was a good shift to see you about once a year this year
Yeah.
as well. So
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it just it's something that's like it really played into my antisocial tendencies, anyways. And then on top of that, I benefited financially, which
Significantly, correct?
significantly, yeah.
Yeah, about $6
since-
a day.
Yeah,
No, Brian was one of the
um,
lucky ones.
Yeah, I was one of the very few lucky Americans that got like into the CARES Act for months on end, and I got my job back, which my job is a wonderful place, and they gave us bonuses and stuff already, plus the stimulus check. So financially, it's actually been pretty good for me, which is a huge turnaround. It's giving me a leg up to hopefully be able to help going forward. With more, charitable stuff. But I can't say that I've done that often, though it's something I like to get into. I want to talk to you guys like off stream and see if you'd want to do something like that, or off podcast, get into something where we like go feed homeless or something for a day.
I've honestly actually thought about doing some sort of charity work. I just don't know what to attach myself to. I do want to give back in some sort of form, or any sort of way that I can, because I do feel like it's our duty in a way to try to help.
All of us do pretty well for ourselves in this group, I think. So, I mean, it's one thing to like save money up, but it is good to give back. And
Yeah,
I can't remember the last time I did that, when it wasn't like, I know for school I've done like community service and stuff like that when I was part of some club, but other than that I've done nothing.
Yeah, and we can even just cut this from the podcast if we wanted to, just so we don't feel like we're grandstanding or anything. But I do
Nope.
wanna actually do something.
We're
like that,
taking a
so.
grandstand so people know we're good guys.
I donated $50 to various homeless people in front of the Fries this year.
Oh,
That's
wow,
pretty good.
Seth.
That's a
Very good.
start.
Yeah,
That's a start.
that was
yeah.
I was I'm like, I got a $10 bill. I hate having cash. I'm like, here you go, dude.
Oh, that's a
What a
good subject to
guy.
get into later.
What a
But
guy.
Matt,
Fuck cash.
What about your 2020?
To be completely honest, it's really sucked. I'm happy that the year is over. In hindsight, Kyla and I bought a second house, so that was really
Rich guy
cool.
over here.
Bro, I
Big
wish.
Dick Matt. Oh my God, I can hear it swinging from here.
You're hearing nothing, cause trust me.
I'm pretty sure if you're like Dick's cousin, the new El Nino winds. It's coming early this year.
I mean, I can feel it from here, and it's pretty breezy down here.
Oh shit. Okay. Appreciate the
Rihanna
compliment,
better
there, fellas.
duck.
No, but But yeah, anyways, so yeah, we bought our second house, and so in terms of that, that's been really cool. But just about everything else has sucked. You know, back in March when everyone went into lockdown, well, I would say a large majority of the country got to stay home. I never got to stay home. I
Me
had to
neither.
go. Yeah, I had to go into work every single day still. I got demoted at work. Financially, this has probably been my most uh, profitable year, I guess I could say. I've never made as much money as I have this year, so
Demotion
that's
made a ton of
nice.
money.
Honestly,
Good
that's
for you.
impressive with a demotion in there.
Again,
Honestly,
all I hear
yeah.
is that dick scraping the ground, buddy. What is going on?
Yeah, dude, man. Who are you showing off for here, man? You know, we've all
Yeah.
seen it. You don't
Like,
gotta lie to
calm-
us.
Throttle down.
Yeah, I mean, I even though I got demoted, I got lucky that I didn't get a pay cut, so that was cool. But yeah,
Demotion entitled.
it's just been one thing after the other, and then with Kyla getting COVID, she and I both had to stay home for 2 weeks, and her work didn't let her use the government pay that they gave everyone. She had to use her own time off, so she was in the negative with sick time by like 20 hours, so she's still making that shit up.
Wait, really?
I shit you not, bro.
That's what my job
That's
did too. It's pretty
that's
garbage.
that's fucked.
I was like that borderline sounds illegal. Like
I'm pretty sure
Borderline,
it does
sure.
fall into the terms of illegalness. I mean, my partner Renee, he got COVID, and I got a whopping 2 days off because I tested negative. So that was cool. I was hoping
That's
for the.
suspect too.
yeah, that's
Yeah, I
fucking
know.
sus, bro.
So I think because this is like a new thing, we haven't had a pandemic in however like 100 some years. There's nothing like for this day and age that was like built out for us to. I don't think the legality is like there for like laws to protect the workers in this. It's basically unless you're like doing something incredibly bad. I don't think that anyone's getting in trouble because I mean I work for like $1 billion company and I'm guessing their fucking lawyers knew, hey, we can put these people in the negative for sick time and it's fine. Like I don't think that it is illegal and people know what they're doing. They're just
Yeah,
I
that's
guess
fucking crazy, dude. Because I was gonna say you work for a freaking huge company. Kylo works for a non-profit, so at least they have that.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
they have that as a good
yeah,
excuse.
yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
There's gonna be so many class actions by the end of this, but at the same time, I feel like there's gonna be some type of protection laws like wiggled into our stimulus packages and shit like that. But not to get too political, that's very worrisome that a lot of Americans are being put out in a time of need like this, and their companies aren't backing them. And again, one of the very lucky few where our company is just very much in it to help us out, and I can't praise them enough. I'm very grateful for that.
Yeah, see, it's funny that you say that because I kind of feel differently about that.
Hey,
But
it's okay. Let it out. They're not gonna hear it.
well, I think it's just my personal experience with them.
I
That
rather
that
just
could
be
go.
safer than sorry.
Yeah, it's just yeah. There's way too much detail to go into it on here, but
I'll let you vent it out to me off podcast.
yeah.
You
Sounds
see,
good.
one of my supervisors used to be a real stickler about calling out of work for any ridiculous reason. Like, hey, I'm throwing up. I'm like, well, you better get here. And then this
And
whole
throw up
year,
in
they've
front
been
of me.
like really like they've been pretty cool with it, which is good. So,
Dude, our place, fucking, we have people call out every single day,
Yep.
and
I'm
they
one of
don't give
them.
a
Like,
fuck.
yeah.
So I'll give them that. They are super lax about the whole thing. I would
You know,
imagine I would imagine they're probably gonna make some sort of statement after this whole thing's over, like, hey, you
Yeah,
fuckers need to stop calling out so much.
yeah, be like, you guys gotta reel it in. We know that COVID's been hard on everyone.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Like even just today, like I went into work this morning, there was four of us in my department and two of them called out. So it's just like that every single day.
God
Well,
damn.
the day after New Year's.
Yeah.
Suspicious.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no kidding.
Ruh-roh.
Hey, since we have a special guest Seth joining us this week, I do want to bring up something since we did talk about COVID. And Seth, you already know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, what's up?
I know you
I'm
brought it over
patient
here.
zero. You already know it.
Because explain the timeline here. Because COVID started getting big around what, like we heard about the first case like November, December, January time of 2019 to 2020. And when did you go to China for your work trip?
Yeah, I was in China late October, and
And
I got sick when I got back. So
And what type
I
of
was
sickness was
sick.
that?
Well, it was diagnosed as a respiratory infection.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Just checking.
so like I got back and I was not feeling very good, and I'm like, I probably just caught something because I'm crammed to a giant flight with 800 other people. And I was sick over Thanksgiving.
You know what you caught? The Rona.
Maybe that's what I'm saying. And like, so I was sick, and I'm one of those people. I don't go to get checked out ever, so I just kind of stuck up with it. And then I felt fine for like a week, and then I got sick again, and I felt fine, and I got sick again for like a
So-
month.
How does it feel to be a grandma killer, Seth? I mean,
Well, I mean, at the time, I was ignorant to the fact of all the old ladies I was killing, but. And then, I went.
Post-realization now.
Right. Yeah, I mean, whatever. Ignorance is bliss, right? But yeah, I finally,
true
like,
that.
after being sick for weeks, I was like, I'll go to the urgent care. And he's like, oh, yeah, this is kind of going around right now. It's like, you have a
Oh.
respiratory infection. Here's some, like, steroids and stuff. Like, you'll feel better. And then I started reading in the news. It's like, Wuhan virus spreading in China. The cruise ship. And I'm like, this is going to be bad if it ever gets over here.
Because you were nearby Wuhan, right, for work?
Yeah, I was very close to Wuhan. I wasn't in Wuhan, but I was in a very close city, and like, yeah, who knows? I might have brought it. But here's another interesting thing. I read a news article that they were taking, even if I didn't have like straight COVID, they took because I got like a flu test, I got swabbed and everything, and they took those tests and analyzed them for COVID antibodies, and like, I forgot the percentage, but basically it's like, it's possible that people at that time period developed the antibodies for COVID, so it could have been like a pre-COVID thing, which is probably a little more likely, but yeah.
I mean, you're still patient zero when it comes down to it. So, thanks
blame
for thanks for ruining the NBA. Thanks for ruining America, Seth. Really think about
This
that.
is the perfect title. Special guest. Patient
Patient
Zero.
Zero.
COVID-19.
Click the
America's
The man who
first.
ruined the Chinese buffet.
Yep. I will never eat at a buffet in my life again, I don't think so.
Good.
Oh, I know.
Good. You should be banned from every buffet.
Oh
ever.
yes.
Dude,
I
it's
agree
so
with that.
weird. When you look at videos and stuff of like events where people are
it's
just
so
packed
weird,
together, now you're like,
Oh,
how could we
God.
do that? How is that ever okay? Like that fast, our brains are like, oh,
I
this
get
is not
that
normal.
way-
This is not okay. I was uncomfortable before, but now I'm like, this is dangerous. Like this is.
I'm watching
problem.
TV and like I'll
Same.
see like cast members and shit, and I'll be like, "Oh, they're not wearing a mask," and it's like a fucking show from years ago, and it just I'm
Right.
so conditioned to masks now.
Dude, I'm
I
even
feel the same
more
way.
suspect of shows that are being made now, and they're not wearing masks and shit. I'm just like,
Yeah.
holy shit, man! How are we doing? How are you guys doing that?
Just watch.
Did you guys hear fucking Tom Cruise freak out on his like his studio, his cast,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they weren't taking it serious, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this guy's being a dick." No, this guy wants to make everyone money, including the people who are working on the production. Like, get over
I
yourselves.
would have a similar freak out like that if I had invested as much money into trying to get this done as he has, as much personal money, like buying or renting or buying an entire cruise ship to keep the cast quarantined and everything. Like he's not like it's not just because he's like, oh, you're not wearing a mask, you guys are too close together, whatever the fuck. It's that he does have like a stake in this all, and maybe he does have like a personal pride within it. But even stripping that all away, a financial stake that heavy to try and get to keep his career going, I would be upset too. I empathize with them on that one.
Yeah. I mean,
this podcast not sponsored by Scientology.
Correct.
Yeah, not yet. Not
yeah,
yet.
the
At least.
Scientologists
we would
are
just like to formally denounce Scientology.
Can we like get back to shitting on Scientology? Like, why are we still giving them a pass? It's kind of a complete fucking dumpster fire over there.
I'll keep dissing Scientology till they send out a check to promote it, man. They if they want promotions
That's
for
right.
Scientology, hey, I'm the number one believer.
Just give us that stimulus.
I actually got my dad once upon a time. He I don't know how it happened, but he ended up getting contact with somebody who was like really big into Scientology and was a part of the church, and they, he didn't know, and he ended up giving him like $1,000.
Oh.
And then he like read through the books and he was like, "Oh, this is a fucking crock of shit." And he like wrote them like a bunch of letters and was like, "I want my money back." And surprisingly, they ended up sending his money back and giving I don't know what he probably did with the books, probably burnt them, because my dad is the least religious person I know. But at the same time, if you ever want to play a funny prank on somebody you hate or dislike, go to a Scientology website, get their address put in there, and they will be nonstop filled with Scientology in their mail.
Well, I said I gave $50 to the homeless this year. I gave $5,000 to Scientology.
On the Lower Than Average podcast, by the way, we do not promote doxing.
Not doxing. If somebody you already knew outside of this.
It's a sick gag, if anything.
Yeah, it's a gag. It's a goof.
Remember, was it like Cards Against Humanity that allowed you to send cow shit through the mail?
Why do you think it was them?
Probably. I know there's a few other websites for that too. But enough on COVID, I would say. I think everyone's heard enough about that shit. We're all over it.
Welcome 2021 on to better things, hopefully, over the next few months. But who knows? We'll see.
And I heard in 2021 COVID magically disappears, so we don't have to worry about it anymore. So that's cool.
The thing gets warm or something, and then boom, gone. That's it. Done.
Yeah. No, it's good to go. We're solid.
Brian, there was a word that you said earlier that made me want to talk about this next, and you used the word. No, I wish. You used the word overprotection, or something like that. Being overcautious about something.
Yeah, don't wear condoms.
Exactly.
You may think you're doing something good, but you're being stupid.
But in the more real sense, a new bill was passed on 12/21, and it was a new DMCA law or bill or protection act.
Well, let's not say that was passed. Let's say it was snuck into the COVID relief plan, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
Well, either way, it was part of a plan, or it was in some sort of way passed. And it is, in theory, going to be one of the biggest backfiring bills to ever go on to Americans who are looking to grind their way up with what we're doing, like a podcast, Twitch streaming, YouTubing. The fair use is going to be so difficult if they proceed to, overanalyze and just attack and flag everything. It's absolute horseshit.
I think it was PewDiePie and KSI. They got flagged for doing a rendition of Whitney Houston's Your Heart Will Go On, or whatever the fuck it is, on a recorder and an outporn, where they just fucking blew into each of their respective instruments, and they got flagged for that shit. So, pretty fucking AIDS, what they're aiming for.
And if I recall, that would fall under fair use and more of a parody or anything.
Yeah.
I don't think that would really fall under actual copyrighted material.
Exactly.
And I get when
That's
you read the
issue,
bill.
that it's an attack on fair use is what it feels like more than anything.
And when you read the bill, I mean, I get what they're aiming at. It's aimed for streaming websites, which I may or may not use. I'm pleading the fifth there, and I get that. Like, those
Well,
are
it's
huge companies.
That's
but at
what
the
they're
same
saying
time,
that they're aiming at, but at the same time, it's like
what's
they're
stopping
making
them?
such a blanket fucking statement that it allows them to go. Yeah, exactly. That allows them
What's
to go
gonna
for
stop them?
anybody else. We're seeing, different fucking music from like video games, Nintendo. Setting the precedence week after week, being one of the shittiest game companies.
Hands down.
Just shitting in the player base's hands and saying you'll like it.
What did they do? Like a couple months ago, where there was a
The
Smash
Smash
Bros.
tournament?
That
Yeah,
was the
yeah.
grand prize was $25 fucking.
No.
right.
So what? This is the timeline on that bad boy there. So there was gonna be like a third-party online Smash tournament for Melee, for fucking Super Smash Brothers Melee, a game that came out like 17, 18 years ago, some shit like that, and Nintendo was like, no, you can't do that, and they basically struck it down. They had no part in setting it up, but they struck it down on a game that they can no longer collect any revenue for because they're no longer making that game, and they struck it down even though it's a community that's keeping the game alive, and it's a community that's hardcore in love with that game. Fast forward, they go into a Splatoon tournament like a month later, and this Splatoon tournament has a $25 first prize pool. And they end up having a couple, like, quite a few people, like, typing in free Smash on their, for their names in the contest. And so instead of, like, banning those people or trying to do any type of regulation or just letting it happen, they just completely canceled the entire tournament. Now they're going around and they're copyright striking people who use certain video game music from their games in their videos as like background music, whatever. So people for a long time thought video game music was going to be safe, and Nintendo is continuing to show us how small their cock is and how much they really want to try and fuck us with it.
If it was any other company, I think it wouldn't fly. But because Nintendo doesn't make bad games, like it's not really a hot take, I guess. When's the last time Nintendo themselves made like a bad game? Probably, I don't even know. I can't think of the last time they might have made a bad game.
It's been a long time.
They've had a few like overall flops with like Mario and the Origami King and shit like that recently. I mean,
I was about to buy that one.
Yeah, it's all right, I guess, but like
isn't it more like a
not
strategy-based game versus like
It's no Thousand Year Door, but
yeah, it's no Thousand Year Door.
Actually, a game that has kind of flopped, and my partner and I enjoy playing it, but it's so fucking predictable, is the new Super Mario Party. Honestly.
oh, I hated that
yeah.
so
Okay,
much,
that
dude.
I'll say that was the last
That
one that
was a
sucked.
bad
Like,
one.
it
That's
was
a step
it
down.
was
Bad.
it was fun for like the first, I don't know, 5
games?
games.
Okay,
But
well,
it
held out a little longer.
Yeah, I guess so. But it was just so goddamn predictable. And we just watched some guy on YouTube. I wish I knew his channel. But, I was watching it and I was like, holy shit, I agree with everything he's saying. Because if you're in first place in that game, you're going to be in first place the rest of the game. And you go back and play like ones on the GameCube or any of the older ones. If you're in first place in the last 2 rounds, you can find yourself in last fucking place because of how like chaotic it can get, and like how you can like how easy it was to steal from other people, and how all this fun, like friendship ruining stuff that was in the game, and now they've kind of taken it away and they've just made it more, kind of casual, and it really bothered me.
What really bothered me was you paid $60 for 4 maps.
Now there was a 5th one.
And less mini games than they've ever had before. Like all the mini games were like almost the same exact thing. Like they wanted to use their new controllers because I think it came out around release. But like the games,
it came about a year after. Yeah, it was all based. You could only play if you had Joy-Cons, and the Joy-Cons are stupidly overpriced because Nintendo knows that they're the only ones that have the patents to that to make the correct shit. And so you're paying $70 for something that's just going to break in 6 months to a year because of the drift that the dirt or the dust gets into the fucking analog stick and it becomes useless. Like we had one that I've tried fixing and I could have bought a kit on Amazon and replaced it, but I was like, no, I don't. I'd rather just go and buy some new ones because supposedly they're better, but I'll report back with that in about 6 months to a year and let you guys know if they got any better.
Well, hey
Yeah.
guys, speaking of dog shit,
Oh.
I'm gonna change the topic here.
Oh.
That's fine. What's on your mind, Matt?
Speaking of dog shit,
Oh, I already know where you're going.
what about that Cyberpunk release?
Hey.
Shit.
Console plebs.
Yeah, you console plebs over here. Why don't you join the master race already? Play a real game.
Play a real game.
I think we're all on PC, dude. Get out your fucking bubble.
Yeah.
Did you play Cyberpunk on PC?
I haven't played it at all,
I
but
haven't
I
even
can still
fucking
call it
bought it because fuck
dog
CDPR.
shit release.
Yeah, I'm good. On
Fuck
that
them
one.
for even releasing that bullshit on consoles, thinking that it.
That's
fucking
true.
dog shit, dude. I
so
don't
many
care.
layers to
I don't
it.
give a fucking shit if it's CD Projekt Red.
No, they fucked up.
Yeah, fuck you guys for releasing that shit.
Yep, they it was definitely the higher ups probably pressuring them along with,
Yep.
all the fucking gamers that are like quit pushing it back, quit pushing it back. What CD Projekt Red where they failed was they set expectations that they couldn't meet. So instead
Yep.
of being like, "Hey, look, we said that we aren't going to implement a crunch time. So we're not going to do that, but we are going to have to push the game back again, and we can't tell you when it might be released. We would hope it would be released by this upcoming holiday season, but we can't make that promise." But instead, they went ahead and they sent out footage to all these reviewers and everything and said you can't use any other footage, for the review cycle except what we sent you until the game comes out and everything. And they did it to knowing that the PS4 and Xbox One weren't up to snuff. The game, the consoles that they were originally designed for, 8 years ago, can't handle what they've done with it, and they knew that. So
they should have been honest about it.
They should have been honest about it. Yeah.
They should have came out like a year or two ago and been like, "Hey, we know that these games were designed for the PS4 and Xbox One, but what we want to do is too much for these consoles, so we're scrapping these versions."
So like
something like that. If that was the route that they wanted to go, there should have just been more transparency with it.
It's just we put too much hope into it's basically the Anakin Skywalker of this point of the gaming studios. He was the chosen one and really fucked us in the ass. I think they will do right, just like who was it that did No Man's Sky? They fucked up big on their release. They overpromised, underdelivered, but now that game is thriving and they've done it all for free. I can see CD Projekt Red doing the same thing. However, I'm personally sick and fucking tired of games being released in a state where they are not finished. I'm tired of getting my hopes up and sometimes even spending my fucking money on a game where I eventually have to spend more money or wait to enjoy to the expectation I was promised.
I know. Oh, go ahead.
I think we lost Brian.
Huh? Oh, he's there.
Huh? I'm here.
You're
sorry.
freaking out, dude.
Everything cut out for me. I apologize. You'll have to edit that out. Everything just like paused for me. I was like, what?
Oh, no. It's staying in.
So, like I was saying before, Brian cut out. I never bought into the hype. Like, I didn't even know this game was in development until like this year.
Yeah, I was the same way. I had no idea that this game was a thing until like a year or maybe 2 ago.
But
and then even then, like when I saw gameplay, I was like, that looks very mediocre to me.
It's really fun, I gotta say. Like, going in with zero expectations, it's a fun game. I played it for like 4 hours today. Yeah.
I would probably say if you went the zero expectation route and knew nothing about it, it'd probably not be crushing your hopes and dreams. But the clowns that took off, that were purposely taking time off for a fucking video game.
Key
Yep.
is
I mean,
clown,
come on.
come on.
Yep.
Come.
The amount of hype surrounding it just killed the game before it could even take off. However, I'm not gonna discount the shady practices CD Projekt Red showed us. It's good that you weren't following this whole debacle going through it because I don't know if you're anything like me, but that really puts a sour taste in my mouth, and I'm just like, oh, well, if they're trying to fuck us, fuck them. And I take a really hard stance like that, and it does end up restricting my overall enjoyment, because I'm sure I would have a blast, even if it's a buggy fucking mess on Cyberpunk, just because it looks like it's fun. It looks like some of the bugs are hilarious, on PC at least, on the playable version.
Right,
But,
you can't even play the PS4 version. You can
No,
exactly.
you can't.
20 minutes, and then no one has a PS5, so...
I mean, we got Tristan over there with the PS5. I need to go over there and play with his controller.
Oh, don't even get us started. Should we talk about that?
No,
We
we'll
already
leave
did
that.
last week, didn't we?
No.
Last time?
No, this is something else.
This would be a Patreon exclusive when we get there.
Oh no! Sub to our Patreon, $5 a month.
But I know we talked about a bad port to the PlayStation and Xbox, and I think at least Tristan and Seth, to my knowledge, have been gaming on PC for the longest, so they're probably like, oh, fuck that, dude. I don't give a fuck. I mean, like, how many bad ports have I dealt with?
Well, that's true, but...
Yeah, I mean, as far as like what is there of the game now, I mean, it's an above average game now, even with bugs and whatever. So I think by the time it's patched, I don't know, it's gonna be a while before it's really all fixed, because there's a lot to fix. But even with that, I enjoyed it quite a bit. But I am letting it sit for the moment until at least there's like a big group of fixes before I go back.
All right,
We should be getting one this month and next month.
Yeah.
What
Guess we'll see.
What were some games that we enjoyed this year? Like, personally, I think one of my favorite games that came out this year was Risk of Rain 2.
Oh, I was about to say.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Woo-wee! That game
Came out of
game
nowhere.
gets me hyped, and it came out of nowhere. Oh,
Brian,
my God,
I've been meaning to tell you we need to play that shit. I really had fun.
Are you working
that.
tomorrow? Do you want to play after this? We can do a run.
Yeah, it depends on what time we're done with this.
Might do a
Hell
run.
yeah, we got
exhausted.
four
yeah,
to
I'm
do a
down.
run. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Hell
dude, when
yeah.
that got announced, I was like, I threw it in my cart, and I played 20 hours in like 3 days.
Oh my
Damn.
God, they came out swinging. I know, like, Risk of Rain was good within the roguelike genre. I have it. I never played it though. I got it in a humble bundle. However, Risk of Rain 2, reinventing the wheel of roguelites there with the 3D gameplay and everything. Oh my God. With the variation of the characters and the ways you can unlock their new loadouts by doing difficult accomplishments inside of the game each run, I fell in love with Risk of Rain 2. I think that was my favorite game of 2020, honestly.
Favorite game of 2020 for me?
Destiny.
No, I mean, well, no, it wasn't Destiny, John. Thank you. Even though that's probably my most played game this year so far. I'd say my favorite game, which totally got fucking snuffed at the Game Awards, Ghost of Tsushima, by far.
Oh, that game looked so good. I need to play that,
Weeaboo.
dude.
God, man, and let me tell you right now, if you guys are looking for just a really good story game on the PS4, Ghost of Tsushima all the way. If you can even pick it up on sale, bro, oh man, it is worth the $60 price tag.
Dude,
So.
I've been looking at that game, and the combat just looks so fucking fluent, and I want to be a samurai, and I want to take fucking fathers from their children. So
Brian,
bad.
let me tell you right now, the combat, chef's kiss. Honestly, dude, it's so fucking good. I swear. And then the fucking co-op mode that they added for free, the entire thing, with a raid on top of it. 0 microtransactions in the game whatsoever. Yeah, it's just great. It's just
Dude,
great.
Yeah. All right. Hell
So if you get that game and you end up beating like the single player stuff, and you're like, man, I really want to try the multiplayer stuff, dude, let me know. I'll jump back in it and we can tear it up.
Fuck yeah, dude. I need to pick it up. I'll probably end up getting it on a sale.
Is there
Yeah.
a PS5 version out for that?
I don't. Not a.
Get your
Not an
elitist ass out of here.
Well, I'm
Fuck you,
curious.
Tristan.
Oh, it
Not
says
an optimized version. I don't think.
okay.
Only
Alright.
12 people in Tucson with a PS5 over here.
All right, Tristan, what ended up being your game of the year?
This is weird. I had a few phases this year. There was the consistent game's always League, but I had the RuneScape phase. I had a little Minecraft phase. As you got to go back to them.
Well, what's a game that came out in 2020? And then we can talk about like our favorite games that we played in 2020 over games that came out.
What did I even play this year?
Yeah, I only bought a couple games this year. I was gonna say I had a throwback here. I played Minecraft. I played freaking Warframe, dude. I put 100 hours into Warframe this year.
If I look at like what I've played this year on Steam, nothing's new. Like,
Right.
I really haven't bought anything. The only game that I've gotten into deeply lately is a little game called Roblox.
Dude,
There we
it's
go. I was
good.
waiting
It's
for that.
good.
It's every game in the world put
I
into
cannot
one.
believe the hype around that
Fucking
game right now.
filthy.
No,
Can we
no,
play
Matt.
Yu-Gi-Oh and Roblox,
You gotta
please?
play it.
Matt,
Can I duel one of
it
you
is the
guys?
best game ever.
Like we used to meme on it so hard, and then Tristan's like, "Hey man, there's this little game called Arsenal," and I'm like, "Oh, let me
Well, yeah,
check it out."
because I've been doing like stock market stuff, and I saw that they were gonna like go public as a company. I was like, should I invest in Roblox? Because that sounds like a good meme stock. But then like I was like, I got to try it first, and then I tried it. So that's a 110% must buy when it goes public. I think this month.
Right.
Buy some stock
Jesus
because that's a little
Christ.
kid's money pit, dude. It's crazy how
Dude,
much money those people are making.
I saw
Yeah.
Seth and Tristan playing it, and I was like, "Oh, has to be a fucking meme,
Dude, it
And
got
then I-
sweaty in here.
dude." And
That's
then
how hard we go.
I made an account, and then I realized I had to wait 10 days to play that Arsenal game mode, and I was like, "Oh shit, I guess I'll come back to this." And dude, it is one of the most intense like flick gaming of your
Yeah,
life.
it's called a Twitch shooter.
Twitch shooter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Twitch shooters. There we go.
Yeah,
Well,
it's good.
Wrapping back to Warframe there, did you hear that what was Digital Evolution or whatever their father company is, the producing company, whatever the fuck it's called, got bought out by Tencent.
Oh, did they?
Who doesn't
Yeah.
these days?
Yeah, dude. So now Warframe is owned by Tencent, which is terrible.
Well, I'll
honestly.
hope it's like it goes the same route as because Path of Exile, Grinding Gear Games is owned by Tencent now.
Yeah, Path of
and
Exile as well.
It's still, I mean, if you're in China, the game's pay to win. You can buy currency and stuff in the game, but in America, the only thing that's changed is they have more funding now. So, well, I mean, they're out of New
Hope so.
Zealand, but I mean, as far as our experience here is, they've just gotten more funding for their game, which
Speaking
seemed
of
to
New
work out
Zealand,
well.
did you guys hear, like, this is back in 2019. I guess they discovered that there used to be a penguin that existed on New Zealand that is the size of a fucking human. And you've seen, like, their weird fucking mouth, right? They have, like, the same, like, weird shit in their mouth as a
Yeah, I know what
sea
you're
turtle
talking
does.
about.
Imagine that shit just walking around squawking and nuding at you, waddling after your ass. It's bigger than you. Like,
I mean, back then,
that's fucking
like,
nightmare fuel.
all animals were just huge. Just I don't know, and then they evolved to be smaller because it's probably too hard to fucking power a giant ass body.
I just looked it up, and 5 feet tall, weighs more than 170 pounds. Yeah,
Damn.
that would be absolutely terrifying to stumble across. And it's just like, give me some fucking fish, or I'll fucking murder you.
Dude,
No
if a
thanks.
little fucking 6-inch penguin can like slap the shit out of you, can you imagine what a fucking 5-foot penguin could do?
I'm gonna spell a myth out to my kids, you know, around Christmas season, that if they're being little shitlords, I'm gonna dress up as a giant fucking penguin and I'm just gonna nude at them. I'm gonna slap them with my like inflatable fin in the middle of the night and just be like the fucking Nega Santa or whatever it is, the evil Santa version. Yeah, and then I'll shit in their stocking.
You know, another non-penguin related topic we can swing back to. Bloons Tower Defense 6. Okay.
I've
That's
heard
a
some
game.
I've heard some things. I've heard that it's kind of fun.
It's good,
Balloons
man.
is
It's been
always good.
this whole year. Like I bought like 2 games this year. I feel I've just been playing like throwbacks this whole year. It's been good.
Yeah.
It's been refreshing. Just
Yeah,
playing what Leaf Blower Revolution.
What a throwback.
233 hours on that. I mean that's a new
Jeez,
game,
so-
but it was free.
Do you have like a game of the year there, Seth?
I mean, if I'm putting pure hours into it, I think Warframe definitely ate up most of my year.
Yeah, we did have a Warframe phase where we were on every day grinding our dailies and stuff. So
Yep, I went from 0 hours to 83 hours in like a month.
I think I put like over 200 just into Destiny this year.
I think
Wild.
like even though Risk of Rain 2 is my favorite game of 2020, like to come out in 2020, I think my favorite game that I played though was actually Hollow Knight. I finally got around to playing it. Oh,
I bought that. I need to play more of it, but
it is a masterpiece. I can't wait for Silk Song. Honestly, I'm praying that indie games have the biggest uprising now that CD Projekt Red is falling from graces. I mean, even Hades. I haven't played it yet. I'm gonna buy it and I'm gonna play the shit out of that
game.
one. Yeah.
Did you play Monster Train?
Monster Train. No, I did not play Monster Train.
It's like a Slay the Spire-esque kind of game. Really good. And Slay the Spire, another
That's a great one. Yeah.
good game.
Yeah.
Among Us. Everybody here, get in on that Among Us.
Yeah, that was a
good.
fun phase. I do want to go revisit it with that new
proximity voice.
Yeah, proximity. Dude,
Yeah.
some of the videos are pretty funny. So I do want to revisit it, but at the same time, it's really no one wants to play randos with that game. So
Right.
it all depends on when everyone's available to play it.
See, I bought Fall Guys, and then the next week Among Us blew up. So I played more Among Us than Fall Guys.
See, that's where your PC Master Race fell apart. You could have got it for free on the PlayStation.
Oh, we had it in the living room. He did play it on PlayStation for free.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
Fall Guys was pretty fun. I think it wore out its welcome pretty quick though, and then Among Us came in and was just like too perfect of a setup for 2020. I mean, like all these different streamers all in one place, and then you can get all your friends there.
Among Us just had more staying power too. Because like the game literally used the people playing it as the content.
All right, I found my favorite game. Satisfactory.
What's that?
I think
Awesome.
Explain.
No, I don't recognize that.
Factorio. Do you guys know Factorio?
I've heard.
No.
Oh. All right. Well, it's 3D Factorio. That's all I gotta say. It was so good. Such a good game.
All right, so it sounds like this is dying down here.
Yeah.
Like we've probably went through our favorite games. Mine was really basic Call of Duty. Yeah, so very fun.
Warzone Addict.
Yeah, Warzone Addict when I have friends to play with. Other than that, multiplayer camo grinder. So this gives us a perfect opportunity to jump into our newest edition, which is random Wikipedia article of the episode.
Oh.
So it's pretty straightforward. All of us are going to go onto Wikipedia. We're going to hit the random button and give our article names, and whoever has the best topic wins, and we'll read the main.
What do we win? What do we win?
Clout.
Better content and clout.
Better content and clout. Oof. All right. Cool.
I know.
You may have to click a few times to get something that could be spoken about whatsoever. So this is a heads up.
All right, I'm starting to click.
Should we do like explain why yours is way more interesting than the next person's? Because I clicked about 10 of them and I.
Yeah.
How the hell do you?
I think this is a harder idea than we thought. This is harder to do than we thought.
Well, let's remember, folks. You guys are listening to your Lower Than Average podcast, so give us a few minutes here.
Yeah.
You have to read.
This is bad. No, this is really bad.
Okay. Well,
this is. I keep getting so many that it's like Ohio State
the-
Route
the-
677. Anyone interested in that?
Hey, you could just
when I did
5
this like
miles.
5 minutes
read.
ago, it was decent, and I got like a decent one. And now that I'm doing it as a content idea, I'm getting like Ashfield Boys High School.
Diplomatic missions in Tuvalu.
How do you randomize it?
On the
I'm
left,
still stuck.
on the left side, it says random article.
Where?
I have mine. I got this hot lady. I'm ready to go.
Oh, okay. I think I got a decent one.
I went to Urban Dictionary instead, and I found.
Oh, there we go.
I just went ahead and pressed the shuffle button at the top, and I got Terry Ma Kichut, which is your mother's pussy, a common used Hindi insult. So, that's pretty. Terry Ma Kichut.
Oh, I got it. You wanna know what I got? The
Terry Ma
game.
Kichut.
Y'all just lost.
Oh, what the fuck,
wow.
dude?
Ew.
That's no way.
Yeah.
You're filthy. You're fucking disgusting.
You know, I think I'm doing the random on Urban Dictionary. Do you ever remember looking up your name in Urban Dictionary and then trying to find a good one?
Oh, right.
Like, oh yeah, that's definitely me.
Oh, all right. Here's mine. Ready?
Yeah.
John is the cutest and the most sweetest and amazing guy you can ever meet. He gives the best hugs and has the most irresistible voice in the world.
I wouldn't know.
He is most likely to be tall, tanned, very athletic. He is very intelligent and is a sweet talker. When he meets the girl of his dreams,
What?
he is fully committed to loving her and giving them the world. This person means the world to him, and he surely will not let her go. And then, I guess how to use it in a sentence. Who's that guy you're with? He's my John. God, I want to fucking off myself after reading that.
As you should.
Tristan's is super short. What's going on?
Oh, I'm trying to get. There was this one weird one that used to be on here about like a Jesus like themed Pokemon named Tristan, but I can no longer find that definition on the.
Are you sure you're not thinking about the thing I wrote about you in creative writing?
No, I'm sure this was on Urban Dictionary. It's very weird. Most of these are pretty homoerotic.
All right, we got Seth here. Seth, this is a super suave chappy who will have you drooling at hello. A Seth is a handsome, intelligent, witty guy with snuggles that will make you feel as though you're the luckiest girl on the planet, which indeed you are.
I feel like you're like a bachelor host and you're just trying to sell one of the fucking candidates.
Oh, this cheeky chap will have beguiled you with his cute boyish charm before you say, "Wahoo."
Wahoo?
All right, Seth. You sold me, dude. Sign me up.
Yeah, if you have a Seth, treat him as though he's your king, and he's the most hilarious, caring, selfless being alive on this planet today. Yeah, that's about it. There's more, but
I like this one for Tristan. It's a quick one. Sexy ass motherfucker who was hung like a horse. Very good in bed, but it's hard not to be with a sick. I think they mean a stick as big as his. Then the conversation example. Girl 1, have you seen Tristan's dick? Girl 2, OMG, I know. He's so big, he broke my hips.
nice.
Yeah.
Dude, I found one. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Okay, so
Go ahead.
here we go. Matthew, a savage ladies' man. He is badass. He shoots on unstable crackers. Has a 12-inch penis. Way better than Orion. Period.
Ooh.
Get
Hey,
out
to
of
all
here,
you Ryans out
Ryans.
there, look
Yeah.
out. Matt's coming for you.
Yeah, fuck off.
He's got a fucking horse cock.
The sentence for my name is, do you know where I can find a store which sells Seth's laughs in a jar?
Point me in that direction, please.
Or Seth, a lad. Seth is a lad.
Yeah, some of them are
So
weird.
sad.
Some of these are real weird.
Did it say you came on a cracker, Matt?
Yeah, what's up with that? I didn't.
Is that what I heard?
It just says shoots on crackers. That's all it says. Take that as
Like
you
white
want.
Oh, I think
people
it's
or,
saying
like,
that you
crack-
bust caps.
Like I'm just shooting fucking white people.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
So, take that as you
Whatever
will.
works, I guess.
Is that good or bad? Who knows?
Well,
Flamethrower.
considering I'm a
probably
white
good.
person, I don't know. Who knows?
So thank you guys very much for tuning into the second episode of Lower Than Average podcast. Please feel free to subscribe to us on your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcast, iTunes. We'd really appreciate any feedback. If you have any, please email us at lowerthanaveragebod@gmail.com. Thanks, guys, for tuning in, and have a great night.
I miss phase 1 of COVID. Like,
I mean, I do too, honestly.